Hello, I'm Galen, and in today's drawing, the idea that I had was to draw a pirate on their off day, like maybe they've got nothing else to do or they're a bit bored, sort of just having a boring kind of day. And I found a pose that sort of fits what I was wanting to go for. The only thing I really wanted to change was to have their one arm doing a yawning gesture to help show the boredom. And this is not a character that I've already designed or anything, so I was just making up a character for this drawing. And so I wanted to kind of try and fit that in with the bored expression I was planning to do. So I was thinking of making the character seem a bit maybe lazy or uninterested, sort of just lounging about. And here I started playing around with the hairstyle. I think I pretty much got what I wanted straight away. I did have a reference for it. I saw one that had the bangs to the side and a ponytail kind of thing. I just made my character's ones more curly. And I wanted to draw an outfit that seemed comfortable, but still kind of piratey themed. So I found this top that's kind of had like a mini corset kind of thing going on. And then it also had these flowing sleeves, which I ended up changing a little bit. For the pants, I was gonna do like this sort of petal leaf kind of shape with the pants, but I ended up changing to something a bit more simple. Looking back, I'm not sure, maybe I should have tried continuing with that idea, but I also didn't want to make the lower half too busy because I wanted the focus to be around the face area, so I think it sort of ended up okay. And then I was just playing around with what kind of nose shape I wanted to do and trying to get the face balance right. I thought that doing a bit of makeup, like the eyeliner under the eye bags, would sort of go with the tired sort of bored look, and I tried doing a little scar, but I figured maybe for this character they wouldn't be fighting that much. They're sort of more of a laid back kind of person, so I decided to take the scars away. And once I had that initial rough sketch, I started working on the cleanup sketch. This is my sort of quick color sketch kind of style. I don't clean up the lines very much, and I try to keep it as loose as I can. And with expressions, it helps to show some of the face wrinkles or deformations that it does when the skin stretches and such. So I put a little line there, 2 lines for the top of the lip and coming from the nose a little bit, just to show a bit of that facial wrinkle for that expression to help push it a little more. Here I started working on the clothes and the sleeves. I added a bit of a ruffle to go with that pirate look, and for the crop top section where the corset bit is, I did a belt but ended up changing that later on to be more corset looking, like since I felt it would be a bit more comfy looking than another belt, and I didn't want to have 2 belts on her. I felt one was enough for the pants. And moving on, I was just touching up a few sections, and I decided a necklace would look nice, and I made that a skull shape again just to be within the pirate theme. I'm using the term pirate very loosely because this is very much a fantasy pirate kind of character, so I'm not going for any kind of historical accuracy. I just wanted something within that kind of theme and inspiration, but sort of just playing around and doing my own thing with it. And that was pretty much the cleanup sketch done. I do end up tinkering around and editing some things later on, but I got the base layer for the colors, and then I wanted to do just a little bit of background and texture on the floor, something simple. I did a very generic chest, and I feel like I could have maybe done a little bit more with it, like go with the skull theme of the necklace, maybe do something a bit more interesting with it, but at the same time I didn't want to take away from the character, so maybe just keeping it very simple is fine. And I scattered a bit of treasure around, some coins, some gems, and a little gold pouch. So my idea story-wise is that she's come back from some kind of adventure with the crew, and now there's not really much else to do, so she's just kind of sitting around with the treasure. Maybe she's supposed to be keeping watch, but she's not doing a very good job. She's just kind of sitting there. Moving on with the colors, I just did a very simple brown chest with some metal sections, and did a very quick little shiny shine texture and a texture brush for the wooden bit. Did a little bit of reflections on the gems and gold, but I tried to keep it as simple as I can. Like I said before, this is my more sketchy style, and I don't like to spend more than about 2 hours max on this, and I was already going back and forth on how I wanted things, and as I kept on editing things, it was starting to get into that zone where you get diminishing returns, where I sort of just started overworking it and kind of just going back and forth, not really getting anywhere. So I started going back, working on the colors, and added in a bit of freckles, and decided that I wanted to have her nails painted as well. So I wanted her to be kind of laid back, maybe a bit lazy, but also a bit stylish, and maybe she just prefers to keep to herself. Moving on, I started adding some more of those ruffles to the outfit to make it more consistent and have that theme going. And I swapped out the belt for some lace in the corset. And I kept going back and forth with what nose shape I wanted to go with. As I mentioned before, I just kept getting stuck, not really moving on, because I was just keeping on tinkering with it, and I was getting a bit frustrated at that point. It was taking longer than I was wanting to, and so I ended up just taking a break from it for a while. And then when I came back, I just started moving on to the colors, because I had already messed about with the clean sketch too much. And also I changed the necklace to a skull key. I don't know if it would be for that chest behind her, maybe another chest. That's where I could have done something more interesting with the chest, and maybe put a skull on it and make it just make it more interesting, and maybe connect it to that key that she's wearing. It could have made a bit more of a story element to it. But oh well, I ended up not doing that, whatever. But moving on with the colors, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to go with at first, but I ended up landing on a sort of dark red, purplish maroon color, and added some stripes to it to bring more attention to the top half of the character. And then just did some little edits here and there, but that was pretty much the drawing done. And I had the little beads on the necklace be green, and a little gem on the side be green as well as her hair tie, just to connect those few dots of colors together to have a little bit of brighter color pop in. And that's about it. So initially I had some points that I wanted to talk about in this video, but I was sort of overthinking it and delaying it, and I meant to have this video out yesterday, but then I just wasn't really sure what I wanted to do anymore. But I felt that it was just more important that I make something and get this out, and I just wanted to share the process of this little drawing that I did. Thank you for watching this little video. That's all I wanted to share. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Have fun drawing and take care. I'll see you in the next one.